Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new speed build. Today I have a grandparents, I almost said family home. No, it's just a grandparents home. I'm so used to always saying like family home. I think even in my Tartosa Villa that I posted a few weeks ago, I think I actually started, like I didn't say Tartosa Villa. I think I said like Tartosa family home because I'm just so used to it. But anyways, today we're doing a grandparents home and I am really happy with this how this turns out. I think it's really just cute. I I really wanted to go for just like, you know, like a homey, I don't know, vibe. I don't know how to explain it. Just like a regular like homey vibe. Something that's very welcoming, because I feel like if you think of like a grandparents house, it's gonna be like very welcoming. And that's just what I wanted to do. And the only thing I knew going into building this was that I wanted a wraparound porch, and that was the only thing. And then I kind of just went off of my own imagination. I didn't go off of a picture from Pinterest or anything like that. I just thought of this myself, I guess. Granted, it is like the most basic suburban you will ever see in your life, so it's not like surprising, but I do really like it. But yeah, so obviously it's for two grandparents. I also was imagining one or two cats. I'm not exactly sure. I think one cat. I'm not sure because this is going to go into my save file. And there is also a office as well as an art room as well as another bedroom. So there's definitely room if you want this to be a family home. You can definitely like remake some of the rooms into that. But I just wanted it to be for two grandparents, or one grandparent depending on what you want. But for my save file there's going to be two grandparents, and like the room, like the other bedroom, I made it into sort of like a guest bedroom and put like some kids' toys in there and stuff like that. So like maybe their grandparents, their grandparents, no, their grandchildren come and stay, or I don't know, their children come and stay, or you know, stuff like that. So I decided to make that bedroom. I feel like when I do grandparents' homes, which granted I almost never do, I think I've made one before on a channel, like that it was like flat out for our grandparents, and for that one I think I also like made a if not two, I think I made one or two guest rooms in that one. It's been a very long time since I made that one, but for this one I just wanted to have another room. And then as I said, there's also an office and a very, very, very small art room, because I was thinking that one of the grandparents was really into art. And yeah, I don't know, it's a really small kind of cute house. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I don't know, I built it like this, like when I'm building it right now it's built in Willow Creek, but in my save file it's going to be in Newcrest on one of the 20 by 15s there. The one that is like, well, okay, if you're familiar with Newcrest, you will know that we have two Newcrest lots. No, wait. We have way more than two Newcrest lots. We have two 20 by 15 lots in Newcrest. And this one is going to be on the one that is like furthest out, if that makes sense. Like it's furthest to the river or stream or whatever it's called. I forget what that lot is called, but yeah, it's going to be there for my save file. But I, for some reason, built it here. I don't know why I built it here when I was building this, because I knew it was going to go there, so I don't know why I was building it here, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know, I think it's really cute, honestly. And yeah, I was gonna say I got to use objects that I normally don't get to use. That's kind of false. I use a lot of objects that I usually use. However, you won't see it because I put one in the upstairs bathroom, which I don't show you. I only show you the downstairs bathroom. But in the upstairs bathroom, I was able to use the teeth that came with the new, well, sort of new, I guess, bathroom clutter kit. I really like it. You don't really get to use them a lot otherwise. And I don't know, I thought they really just, you know, fitted for grandparents, so I put them there and it was really, really cute. Again, you won't see me do it, but just know that they're there if you decide to download this from the gallery, which, by the way, my gallery ID is Simsa04. And whenever I get my tray files to work, I will put them up on my Tumblr and they will be linked down below. But currently, again, my tray files are not working and I don't know why. It's just, I literally can't, like, I can download the tray importer, which is what I use to find my files and stuff like that, but it like won't open. Like I can download it, but then it won't install. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's okay. I will figure something out at some point, but right now I just do not have the energy to, and I didn't have tray files for the longest time, and so I think like it's okay. But I will try to find a solution at some point, but yeah. But yeah, and then also, like, what else did I don't think I used a lot of like other objects that I never use. You will see that the dining room is a very odd shape, and like I did put the table like up against a wall, and it's a little bit odd. But I really like it. But I put the curtains that came with the Desert Luxe kit. That is a very hard thing to say for me, apparently. And then kind of where, because you know, with those curtains we got also like I want to say like a curtain rod, sort of. It's not really a rod, but you know what I mean. That you can have like freely there. And so I put that along the wall, but then I was like, like it looks a little empty. Like I don't really like it. So I decided to put these flowers that I think they might have come with romantic garden stuff. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. And I put them kind of like under the rod thing, so it kind of looks like they were coming out there, and I really like it. I don't know what made me think of it, but I decided to do it. And I rarely use that object, and so that was like one of the objects that I got to use that I never used. But I very rarely use that object, and if I do, I either use it in the swatch that I used in this house, which is kind of a I think it's like a beige blue like pink swatch, I want to say sorry, my throat just made a really weird noise. And either that swatch, or I use the complete like green swatch when I use that, but I use it very, very rarely because one, I forget it exists, but then also I don't know where to use it. But I think it worked very, very well, and I really, really like it. And yeah, I don't know, I thought it was really cute. And when I was going on to the interior for this house, I was at first thinking like, should I make it, because the exterior is very much like a suburban house, I feel like. Well, not really, but you know. And I was like, oh, like what style should I go for? Like, should I really go for like the kind of dated look and the kind of like, you know, like kind of the, I don't know, quintessential like grandparents look. But I did decide to do that because I really like it. I think it looks really good for it. So yeah, and I think I'm so happy with this, how this turns out. I wanted to go for a very, again, like cozy and inviting vibe, like I said before. And so I put like a lot of plants everywhere. It's like very cozy. Also, I put fairy lights everywhere because one, it's me, and I have to have fairy lights everywhere. If you're new here, if you haven't watched that video before or anything like that, I put fairy lights literally everywhere. And that is a problem I have. And it's not just in game, it's IRL too. I have so many fairy lights in my room. It's honestly absurd. I have too many, maybe. Can you have too many fairy lights? I don't think you can have too many fairy lights, but if you could, then I do. And so it's not just a game problem, it's a me problem, like IRL too. And so you might think that's a little weird to have, especially in like a grandparent's house, because I don't know, maybe people might not think that's like a grandparent's thing, but my grandma, who I love so much, I love her to death, she in her apartment has fairy lights. So I think that I'm validated in having fairy lights in this house because my grandma has that. So yeah, and also I kind of went a little bit off of my grandma's apartment because I don't know, it's like the one grandparent's house that I stay in. She's sadly the only grandparent I have left, but yeah, and I never really knew a lot, like, well, I knew her late husband, like my grandpa. I knew him as well, but my other two grandparents died when I was very, very young. They were alive when I was born, but they died when I was really, really young. So I never really got to know them, so I don't remember really their houses. Actually, that's false. One of, like, I'm not even kidding, I think it is my earliest memory, or like one of the earliest memories I have, is in my my other grandfather, obviously, in his house, or apartment. I think they had an apartment as well. But yeah, it's in their apartment, so I do sort of vaguely remember that, but not really. And my other grandmas have no idea. I don't really even remember like at all, like her at all, so that's not it. But yeah, so obviously I went off of my grandma's apartment a little bit with kind of like the flowers and just like the vibes in general, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know how like realistic this house really is for like grandparents, but I think it is. Like, I really think it is. I could see grandparents living here, and again, in my safe file there will be grandparents living here. So yeah, I don't know, I really like it. I really like it. And yeah, I don't know what to talk about. This video is actually supposed, like, my intention was for this video to be up yesterday, so Saturday. I think I think it's going to go up tomorrow for you guys, which is Sunday. So yesterday for you guys would have been Saturday, but that's today for me. And I kind of meant to like finish this earlier this week and like, you know, have it ready, but because it's not that long of a video, like it would be a pretty quick video to like edit and stuff like that. But if you follow me on Twitter, you will know this, but I've been working on this huge build, which you're going to see within the next 2 weeks, I think, because I do really want to get it out because I'm really proud of it. But I've been working on this huge build and it is taking me so long to finish. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you aren't follow my Twitter or go on my Twitter, you will probably be able to figure out which one it is, but it has taken me so long. Like I finished the exterior relatively quickly, but then the interior took me so freaking long because it's such a big build. It's on a 64 by 64. But yeah, so I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna split that video into two or have it as one video, but if I do one video, that video is gonna be around an hour, which I don't mind. Like I talked about this before, I love longer videos. That is what I love. That is, you know, what I've always just loved longer videos, and I prefer to watch longer speed builds especially, but well, it depends. Like don't make a speed build like longer for the sake of it, like, you know, but you know what I mean. Like I've always liked longer speed builds, so for me it doesn't matter. It's more so what you guys want, but I know that a lot of you have said that you don't mind, so yeah, and like a lot of my latest videos have been like around like almost 40 minutes, and a lot of you guys have still watched them and like and I really like them, so yeah, I think I might make it into like one long video, but I feel like if it goes over an hour, then I need to split it up into two. If it goes over an hour, it's getting split up, but otherwise it's not going to, so it should be fine. But yeah, so I've been working on that so much, so honestly all my time has gone to that. All my time, like I haven't barely been speaking with my friends either, granted because like a few of my friends have been like doing other stuff, like having exams, and one of them like weren't home and stuff like that, so like we've kind of just taken a break from VCs and stuff like that this week, but we're back at it today and yesterday, so we're back at it now. But yeah, so I've literally been spending all my time just building and making a few sims for my save file as well, and yeah, it's just been doing a lot of it and just, you know, stuff like that, and yeah, I can't wait to share that build because I do really love it. I think it looks just so good, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it, and yeah, so hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be the next video you see. It might be because I might only post the one video next week and that will be that one then, or it will be, I'm not sure yet. Depends. I have started editing it. So, you know, it's fine. But I think it took me around, I want to say 14 or 15 hours. Maybe long. Actually, no, that's longer than that, I think, because I didn't even record all of it because some of it I knew I was going to cut out. So, I didn't like record part of it, but, yeah, so it might actually be around like 16 to 17 hours. I don't know. So very long. For reference, a regular build takes me between like 3 to 6 hours, depending on. So that is very much longer. It's a lot longer than my normal build, but I can't wait to share with you guys, and I think you guys are gonna really like it. People on Twitter seem to like it, so that's okay. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I really don't know what else to talk about. How are you guys doing? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing good. I'm still not doing good, but that's a different issue. If you've been watching my last few videos, you know what's going on. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm living. I'm living right now. I actually went outside the house this week. I know, surprising, I know. On Wednesday, I had both a therapy appointment, which I met my new therapist, because my old therapist, I think he got I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he became a dad, so he quit for the time being, or something like that. So, and I'm so happy for him. Like he was, although he was the best therapist ever, I loved him. So I was kind of sad to see him go, but also, you know, I'm very happy for him to be a dad and everything like that. But now I got a new one at the same place, but just like a different one. And I met her for the first time this week, and it went very well. But it's kind of draining too. Like, I don't know if you guys have been, like, if any of you have been to therapy. It can be very draining. Sometimes, especially if it's like a new one, if it's like the first time meeting them, it can be very draining, because I was like, because when I've met my therapists before, because this is my third one now, with the other two, at first I was very closed off. I didn't tell them things. Like, I was like, ugh. But then with my old one, I kind of learned that the more I talked to them, like the more I opened up, obviously, the more helpful it was to me. Like, it was more beneficial. So with this one, with the new one, I was just like, I'm gonna tell you everything right off the bat. Like, you're gonna get to know everything. So I kind of just was very open, and so it was very draining. So I kind of just came home and then like slept for a very long time, because I was very like exhausted by it. But then also on Wednesday, I had another meeting at like another thing, and in the same building they have this like art thing every I think it was like Wednesday or Friday or something like that. They have this art thing where you can go and literally just like, you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to do it, like, you don't have to do anything. It's just like, if you want to, you can go there. And basically I think it's like every week they have a theme. So like they can have like, I don't know, like oil painting, maybe not that as a theme, but you know what I mean, or like tape, or like origami, like that could be a theme that week. And so they kind of present it, and they have like the materials for it and stuff like that. But then also you can do whatever you want, because they have materials for everything. So if you want to go there and like just paint like regular, you can do that. If you want to go there and like, I don't know, make a mask, I don't know, you can do that, as long as it is like something creative. I'm sorry, I just don't know how to speak anymore, but as long as it's like something creative, or like it's kind of like an art studio, but not really. And because I was like in the building anyways, and the people there were like, oh yeah, we have this downstairs if you want to go there and stuff like that. So I've known about it before, because this is not the first time I'm there. I've known about it before, but then I had like an hour between the meeting and then my therapy appointment. So I was like, I might as well just like stop by and, you know, see what's going on, and, you know, be there for an hour, because also the meeting and the therapy was literally like the same building, so it was very easy for me to just like be there until my therapy appointment. But anyways, I decided to be there, and it was so nice. Like, I decided to just like draw a little bit, but it was so nice, and I think I might actually go every Wednesday now, which means that I'm gonna leave the house anyways, because my therapy is also Wednesdays, so it kind of like coincides with it. And it's kind of like me leaving the house, socializing with other people. Like, I talk to other people my age. This doesn't happen. I mean, it happens that I talk to people my age, but not in real life. No, nah, not since I quit school. Nah, it doesn't happen. I don't like talking to people really, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I just could sit there and draw and do whatever, because like, I'm not the best at drawing, but I've always loved drawing. As a kid, I was very, very creative, but I've always loved drawing, and I've been meaning to like get into it again, because now I have like all the time. I was like, I might as well. But then I don't know if anyone else feels this, but like, even though you have all the time in the world, like I do, still you feel like you don't have time for certain things, because like, I sit on my PC all day and I do sim stuff, or I talk to my friends and stuff like that. So like, for me, I don't have time drawing at home, but in actuality I do. I just prioritize other things, I guess. And so it was just so nice to like sit there and just draw and, you know, talk to people, and it was actually really nice. And I thought it was going to be really, really scary, because again, social anxiety, but it was actually pretty good, and they were all like really, really nice. And everyone else that was there also are like pretty similar to me, like they're in that building like having meetings, stuff like that. So like, it's kind of connected to that, I guess. And everyone has like similar things to me, like they're all not probably in school, or they've had like a hard school experience or something like that, which like, it's very nice to be in a room full of people that don't judge you for not being in school, because a lot of people do, even though I have very valid reasons to not be in school right now. Like, I want to be in school, like I want to, and I'm very much like I like school. It's not like I just, you know, failed out or something like that. Like, not like that at all. My school didn't want me to leave, actually, but I I needed to for my own mental health for now. I'm going to go back, but not right now. So it's just very nice to be around people that understand that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back there. And also, again, you don't have to pay anything. All the supplies are there and everything like that. So I got my own like sketchbook and my own like pen set and stuff like that. And I was not expecting that, which was just really nice. And the people that like kind of runs it are two people, and they are the nicest people. So it was just really cool. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you are creative in that way as well. I think you kind of might understand to like have a space where you can do it, because they said that either you can come there to like, again, like I did, you kind of like pass the time, or you can go there to like if you want to like go out of the house, because they know for a lot of people that can be really hard. So, you know, if you just want to get out of the house, or you know, like, or you can actually have it like as a studio if you want to. So it's just really nice. But yeah, sorry, I did not mean to ramble about that. I didn't even mean to talk about that at all. But yeah, also I wanted to mention, which I should have mentioned this before, but I don't know what's been going on with me recently. I have no idea, but in the last few videos I've had to mention like similar things, but basically you might be able to see that right now my game looks a little bit different, and it's because my MXCO is not completely on like normal, and it's because I had been making sims for my save file, and then I went over to this build, and then I forgot to switch my my G-shade, so that's why. It's my normal G-shade, my sour one, but it is with less MXCO, because in cast it can be a little bit too harsh. But so yeah, I think I talked about it in my last video, the video before that. So yeah, that's why the video might look a little bit different right now. It has a little bit less shadows and stuff like that, but yeah, sorry about that. I think it's like the last half of the video has been like this, but I kind of rambled over it about stuff. I don't even know what I talked about anymore, but yeah, so sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, I'm not gonna like redo an entire, like, not an entire house, but like half a house because I didn't have the MXCO on. Like, nah, it's fine. I mean, for the longest time I didn't have G-shade at all, or E-shade, and then when I did, I only had it for screenshots, and then when I did it again, I didn't have MXCO at all. So it was a little bit of a different thing, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. We figured it out in the end. It took a little bit, but we figured it out in the end. I mean, now I even have my own like G-shade things, and I know a lot of people have been talking about G-shade recently and like how they're stuff like that. I talked about it in my last video. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm not that, like, I haven't read up on it that much, but basically if you have G-shade installed correctly, nothing like there should be no problems apparently, and I have not experienced any problems at all, so it should be fine. And yeah, I still prefer G-shade over E-shade, honestly. I still do. But yeah, I don't know. Also, I put a little chicken coop down, I was gonna say downstairs, but in the garden, and I thought it was just really cute to like imagine the grandparents here like having chickens. I think it's just really cute. But yeah, but anyways, that's basically it for this video, and I really hope you liked it, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.